Watching Michael Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls felt like witnessing the last act of a legendary show. The 1997-98 season was filled with excitement, chasing one final title, but also with a bittersweet feeling, knowing this era was ending. There was hope for another championship, but deep down, we all knew it was the last time we'd see the greatest player ever in those iconic Bulls colors. Every win was cherished, and each moment with Jordan on the court was a farewell to a legend. Stay with us as we relive the unforgettable journey of The Last Dance. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories like this one. The 1997-98 season was charged with emotion right from the start. Michael Jordan was no longer just the best player in basketball. He had become a living, breathing symbol of Chicago's sporting soul. His bond with the city went far beyond the games played at the United Center. For years, he had been the heartbeat of the Chicago Bulls, and as he entered his final season, fans knew this was their last chance to witness the greatest ever in his prime, representing their team. In those early months, as the Bulls pushed toward a final title, a sense of finality loomed large. From the front office to the locker room, everyone understood that the future would look different. Jordan's determination to finish strong was matched only by his teammates' desire to seize this last opportunity. The weight of the season wasn't just on the players. It was shared by every fan who had supported them through thick and thin. It was clear there was no turning back. Even before the first tip-off of the 1997-98 season, there was a storm brewing in Chicago, and it wasn't coming from the court. It came from the front office. General manager Krause had made it painfully clear that this would be Phil Jackson's last year as head coach, no matter what happened. Let that sink in. The coach who helped deliver 5 NBA championships was told he was out before the season even began. And with that decision, the entire team felt the clock ticking. Michael Jordan, ever loyal to Jackson, had said it himself. He wouldn't play for any other coach. So when Phil was done, was Mike. The pressure was surreal. It wasn't just about defending a title. It was about preserving a legacy. Every game had an edge. Every win carried a deeper meaning. Fans felt it too. We weren't just watching a team play. We were watching a family unravel from the inside. There was tension between players and management, whispers of trades, and egos clashing behind closed doors. And yet, somehow, they stayed focused. With the media feeding on the chaos, the Bulls adopted a mentality. If this was going to be the end, they would go out on their terms. Phil Jackson gave that final season its iconic name, The Last Dance. A phrase that started as a file name for playbooks became a prophecy. As the 1997-98 season unfolded, Michael Jordan proved once again why he was the greatest. He played with the same intensity, the same drive, and the same fire that made him a legend. Even though the whispers of retirement and the chaos off the court were loud, on the court, he was a force. Jordan played all 82 games of the regular season, something we often take for granted now. But back then, it was a testament to his dedication and desire to finish strong. He averaged 28.7 points per game, leading the Bulls through a grueling regular season that saw them finish with a 62-20 record, the best in the Eastern Conference. What made this season even more incredible wasn't just the numbers, it was the weight Jordan carried. With Phil Jackson's impending departure and the uncertainty around the future of the team, there was a sense of urgency in every game. He wasn't just playing for a win, he was playing for a legacy that could never be touched again. Jordan took on whatever role the team needed, whether it was leading from the front with clutch scoring or motivating teammates when the pressure was too much to bear. His commitment to finishing this chapter with dignity was clear in every possession, every shot, every rebound. And while his brilliance was undeniable, you could feel the looming sadness that this dynasty would soon be no more. Enjoying the journey so far? Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories from the NBA world. The end of the 1997-98 season wasn't just the end of another NBA campaign. It was the end of something much bigger. The moment Michael Jordan walked off the court for the last time, as the Chicago Bulls claimed their 6th championship, everything changed. There was no more next season to look forward to. The Bulls had won the ultimate prize, a 6th title in 8 years, but the joy was tempered by the unmistakable truth. Jordan was leaving, and so was the magic that had made this team the greatest of all time. For Chicago Bulls fans, the emotions ran deep. What had once been an exciting ride of highs and championships turned into a sorrowful reflection on everything about to be lost. The last dance wasn't just the end of a season. It felt like the end of a part of ourselves. The team we had loved, the team that had defined an era in sports, would no longer be. Even as the city celebrated the victory, a profound sense of loss and grief lingered. The Bulls wouldn't just be losing Jordan, they'd be losing the spirit of the game itself. The fallout wasn't just in the locker room or the organization, it was felt across the basketball world. The Bulls' future was uncertain, and the dynasty had been dismantled almost overnight. For fans, the question wasn't just who would lead them now, it was, what would basketball be like without Michael Jordan on the court? When Michael Jordan walked away from the Chicago Bulls for the second time, it wasn't just the end of a player's career. It was the closing of a chapter in sports history that had defined an entire generation. Jordan wasn't just the greatest player of his time. He transformed the game of basketball into a global phenomenon. His 6 championships with the Bulls weren't just about winning. They were about pushing the limits of greatness and inspiring a culture of excellence that extended far beyond the court. For the Chicago Bulls, the dynasty left behind a legacy that still resonates today. The team's 6 NBA championships in 8 years set a standard that many argue may never be matched. The dominance, the grit, the unrelenting pursuit of greatness, it became the gold standard in sports. Even now, more than 2 decades later, fans still reflect on those years with a sense of nostalgia, longing for the days when the Bulls were at the pinnacle of basketball. For many, there will never be another era like it. As for Michael Jordan, his influence didn't end with his retirement. His legacy continues to shape the game, inspiring players, coaches, and fans around the world. The Last Dance may have been the end of an era, but it also marked the beginning of a legend's immortality. And in the hearts of Bulls fans, the story will never truly end. That's a wrap for today's video. The end of Michael Jordan's legendary dynasty with the Chicago Bulls wasn't just a goodbye, it marked the close of an unforgettable chapter in sports history. Even now, its impact continues to resonate. What's your most cherished memory from MJ's final season with the Bulls? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of basketball's greatest moments, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another story like this.